Vikramaditya pulled Betal from the tree, put him on his shoulder, and continued his journey. Betal started storytelling. The prince of Kashi Vajramukti and the minister's son were best of friends. They used to be together all the time and share everything in life. Once, Prince Vajramukti and his friend went for hunting. There in a garden the prince saw few girls playing blindfold. The girl who was blindfolded struck Vajramukti by mistake. As soon as she opened the fold, Prince Vajramukti asked that, what her name was, where she was from, and what her father was doing. Then the girl gave 3 hints to Prince Vajramukti. She picked up the lotus flower and showed him. That was hinting her name. Next she took out her earrings and put it on her ankle. That was hinting the name of the town she lived in. Lastly she made a sign of plucking out the teeth. That was hinting profession of her father. Vajramukti did not understand any of the hints. After coming back, he told his friend about it. His friend solved the riddle immediately. The first hint meant that her name was Padmavati. Second hint meant that she was from Karnapur. And the third hint meant that her father was a dentist. Prince Vajramukti and his friend went in disguise to search Padmavati in Karnapur. In Karnapur, they met an old lady who asked them to stay at her home. She asked them that, did you know anybody in the town? Prince Vajramukti replied that, I knew Padmavati. Then the old lady said that, I was the midwife of Padmavati, and I had appointed by her father to take care of Padmavati after her mother died, when she was young. Next day morning, the old lady went to Padmavati and told that, the prince whom you had met while playing blindfold, he had arrived and wanted to meet you. Then Padmavati's friends told her to meet him. But Padmavati wanted, the prince had to solve one more puzzle to meet me. So Padmavati applied sandalwood paste with 4 of her fingers on the old lady's cheeks. The old lady came back and told the prince about the puzzle. The prince could not solve it, but his friends solved it. That meant after 4 days the moonlight would come on that day. She wants to meet you. After 4 days, the prince went to meet her. His friend was waiting for prince, but he did not return for 3 days. Just then he saw a few guards pushing out a lady from their state. He asked the old lady as to why they were doing this. She said that it was law in our town that any girl has doubted on her loose character, she will thrown out of from state. Later the Prince Vajramukti came and told that to his friend. I and Padmavati loved each other. But her father didn't agree to get married with Padmavati because one of their state king wanted to marry her, so he could not refuse him. But Prince Vajramukti did not want to go Kashi without Padmavati. So his friend got an idea. He stole in Padmavati's jewelry at night. The next day he went to sell it in disguise of a yogi. He was taken to the king for this as Padmavati's jewelry was recognized. On being asked by the king, the friend narrated a fake story that Padmavati gave to me when she came to interrupt his prayers with her beauty and that she lost her character. The king called for Padmavati and as per the law of the state, ordered to her thrown out of the state. When she came out of the state, Prince Vajramukti was waiting for her and then they both met. This was the way to prince get marry Padmavati. Betal asked to the king Vikram, who did mistake in Padmavati's matter? The friend, Prince Vajramukti, or the king? Vikram replied that it was the king, because the prince didn't any wrong. The friend did it for the prince. But the king didn't even try to know the truth and punished innocent Padmavati. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, and share.